Welcome to the classroom. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Every other day, we bring you a story about a jobs bloodbath. The retail sector is shedding jobs. The mining sector is shedding jobs. We talk about the importance of entrepreneurs, people with a bright idea that they are committed to, that they will sell, that they will tell the world about, that you and I as consumers need to buy into. I'm very pleased to tell you this morning, I've got somebody in studio, the CEO and founder of Bathu. And Bathu, by the way, if you don't know your township slang, is really just the lingo for a shoe. He's come up with a sneaker brand, uniquely South African, and he wants to take the world by storm. And Theo Baloy, very good morning to you and welcome to 702 Breakfast.
Morning, thanks for the invite.
So talk to me. I'm looking at, you've brought a couple of examples of your shoe. They're even more impressive than what I have seen, what I've been familiar with.
Thank you.
What made you think of this idea?
Like you said, Bathu coming from the township means shoe, so I'm mainly like a sneakerhead, and I used to buy a lot of sneakers, and there's a saying that says if you're buying too much of it, then why not own it? So I came up with an idea to actually build our own African sneaker brand, and I did about 18 months of research and development, proof of concept, quality control, quality testing, and one of my findings actually from my research was that we actually don't have a proudly African sneaker brand that we can benchmark it with all the international footwear brands that we've got in the world, and benchmark in terms of quality, product, revenue, and all of that.
So it's one thing to conceptualize it, it's one thing for you to even identify and think, well, maybe there could be a gap for an African sneaker brand.
Yeah. But
how to start?
Good question. For me, like I said, I did 18 months of research and development, proven concept, so I really didn't want to start a sneaker brand for the sake of starting a sneaker brand. I wanted to tell a story. I wanted to, manufacture products of quality. We did about 21 samples on our mesh edition sneakers. We got declined about 13 times, by our factory, and I also wanted to, locally source and locally manufacture. So that was my starting point in terms of how do I actually build a sneaker brand that can be benchmarked with the international footwear brands.
So basically, this mesh edition allows, it's not completely closed in a sense, but I'm not being articulate in describing it well here, but it basically allows some air to flow into the shoe as you wear it.
And then that is why we were declined about 13 times because of, in the footwear industry, the mesh edition is only used as a component of a shoe. So I wanted to build the whole shoe with the mesh edition. And the factory they were like, there was no way you can do that. It's impossible. And I believe that it can be built,
So how did you overcome that?
So we had to go, extra length to source the right type of mesh to build the shoe with.
Aha. So it could be done. They just hadn't tried it the right way.
They just hadn't tried it the right way, and I believe that can be done,
Look, people will want to know, where do they buy the shoe? How much is the retail price range? And what do you want South Africans to buy or believe about the story beyond just the shoe?
I wanted to reignite hope and create sustainable jobs. So when you're buying Bathu, you're not just buying a product. You're actually contributing to creating employment. To date, we employ about 68 people.
Wow! So one of the things you've told me is that your plan isn't to sell your shoe through established retailers, but you want your own standalone shop. Why that choice?
So I want to own the value chain. From means of production to keeping the shoes at my warehouse to delivering with my own trucks at my retail stores. Because of each and every part or each and every component of the value chain, I create employment and I create impact through the value chain. So that's why I don't want to do retail and I won't do retail.
Please, close your eyes. Are they closed? Okay. I am going to say 2 words, and for a few seconds, try to visualize what these words mean to you. Are you ready? Okay, here goes. Production management. What did you visualize? Factories, assembly lines, big machines? Well, you are not that far off. Not so long ago, just these three concepts were what one needed to know about when thinking of production. But today, there is a whole strategic dynamic to production management. It must contribute to the pursuit of the organization meeting its strategic objectives. Production is the process by which an entrepreneur will combine all the factors of production to achieve their ultimate goal of turning a profit. Do you remember the factors of production? So, capital, entrepreneurship, land, and labor, and their rewards: interest, profit, salaries and wages, and rent. The production function will combine the purchasing function itself and the marketing function in the ultimate pursuit of the business's strategic objectives. This means that the overall purpose of production is to take all the inputs needed to produce goods. These may include the raw materials, capital, information, and quality control mechanisms. Then they transform all of these to produce the goods and services. Once this is done, there has to be some form of quality control mechanism where managers will know that the job has been done correctly and that the products which go onto the market are quality products or services. A quality management system will be necessary to achieve the best results. This is done to ensure that the products will meet customer expectations, and not only that, but government and industry standards.
Total Quality Management explores processes to enhance quality and productivity. It examines the guidelines businesses use to eliminate manufacturing errors, streamline supply chain management, improve customer experience, and ensure employees are well trained. TQM applies to any business, whether it's a fledgling service company or a huge corporation. It's a management approach encompassing all facets of an organization, advocating production-wide accountability for the quality of the final product or service. TQM was developed by William Denning, an American statistician and management consultant. He advocated for statistical methods used to control quality in all areas, not just those associated with the product. He also published Out of Crisis in 1982, which outlined 14 points he believed could save the United States manufacturing industry. Deming believed variation threatened manufacturing. Variation refers to inconsistencies in parts, delivery times, practices, prices, and other key components that should be uniform to reduce waste.
If a great QMS is found, then you may likely have more of the following: customer satisfaction, the efficient use of resources, productivity, an improvement in products or services, getting closer to achieving or exceeding the company vision or mission, a better competitive advantage, smarter and more skilled employees. Most governments do not like it when the environment or its people are taken advantage of. This is what gave birth to quality control bodies. They maintain minimum required standards for products in countries. Here in South Africa, we have the South African Bureau of Standards. They publish national standards for products. They are the authority for providing information on international and national standards. They will test and certify products against set benchmarks, and they will provide training where necessary. Please make it a point to check out their website for a more in-depth look on what they do for the country.
This is the end of part 1. Thank you so much for watching. Part 2 will be up shortly, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed, then please do so by clicking the subscribe button and turning on post notifications so you never miss out on a video.